Hello, 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 folks, friends, Monsketeers of all ages. Welcome back to another Ragnarok Vloggentary ride along. Let's ride Journey into Imagination with Figment together. You have to say it like that, with Figment, because he painted it on. You see that? He's a rascally little dragon. If you want to know more about Figment, you should go listen to my podcast Ragnarok, where we do a whole retrospective podcast on everything you didn't know you wanted to know about Figment. The little purple dragon here at Journey into Imagination. Now,
You're the better person at that than I am. My suggestion.
this has
I'm not going to be.
some Easter eggs within the queue. That's one of them. I'm not sure what that's from. Is that from Flubber?
No.
What do you think? I think maybe. But I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. This is fun. Are these never not fun? What do you call these? A holograph? Look at that. When you just move enough and the image changes. You know, I never grew out of the wonder. You think as a kid, that's like the most magical thing you've ever seen. And as an adult, I still think that. Hey, look, there's Zelensky. See? So here at the Imagination Institute, these are great inventors. There's what's his name from Flubber. What was that? What would that say? I don't remember. Well, I didn't read it either, but I also don't remember. So him, Dr. Nigel, something. We'll figure that out later. He is tied to Wayne Zelensky. Hey, there's me and Maverick. Look how long my hair is. Did you hear him laugh? There's my beautiful wife. So Wayne Zelensky had a ride at Disneyland, and I guess at some point Disney World. Do you hear Maverick? Outstanding. What was I saying? That was too cute. That distracted me. Honey, I blew up the audience. No, Honey, I shrunk the audience. That was the ride show experience thing back in the day. At Disneyland for sure, and I do believe they had one here, maybe. But yeah, Dr. Nigel, and we'll learn his last name soon. He was a part of that attraction as well. Did any of that make sense? I don't know. I feel kind of rambly today. This turned out, so I had never ridden this ride prior to right now. This is footage of my first time on this ride. It's exciting for me. You know? Channing. Dr. Nigel Channing. Hey. There he is. I love that little guy. He's the figment of imagination. But if you listen to the podcast, you already know that. He gives me Roger Rabbit vibes. Very toony and hyperactive. One of the best songs Disney has ever done. The Figment theme. One little spark. We'll hear it. Imagination. But no spoilers. Yeah, he's also animatronic. Isn't that great? You ever try to listen with your imagination? This part didn't really work for me. I think it was supposed to sound like a train passing by, but I didn't really gather that. It just sounded like a train to me. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe that's not what it's supposed to do. I don't know. That's not the original Figment theme song. That's like a reimagined version for this ride. So this ride at one point was reimagined, redesigned, without Figment, I believe, and they ended up adding him in. I don't know. That could be wrong. Go listen to the podcast. That's everything you didn't know you wanted to know, and I still need to know, I guess. Yeah, follow the bouncing Figment. There we go. Oh, not really. Yeah. It's a song about the ride. I like the original, like a Figment, where Dreamweaver is giving us all the ingredients of what it takes to make a Figment. I believe it's Professor Dreamweaver, right? Professor? I think so. I'm bummed I never got to experience that version of the ride. It's a giant butterfly in that cage, in case you couldn't make that out. No. This, looking back, because I think when I wrote it this first time, I didn't really put together, like, the Epcotness of it all, and, like, the different pavilions and, like, the things that you learn and experience at the different pavilions. I didn't understand this before understanding that. So this ride didn't really make a lot of sense to me. It was just like, oh, interesting. Okay, I guess it's wacky science, and to an extent it is. Spoilers. I think it's skunk every time. Every time I've ridden it now, it's been skunk, and Marissa said every time she's been on it, it's been skunk, so. Would it be too much to ask if we got, like, different scents? You know? Maybe land on the good ones every now and then. Another animatronic Figment. You know who loves Figment? Maverick. Maverick loves Figment. Father like son. This melody will be stuck in your head all day, though. It's definitely going to be stuck in my head for the rest of my waking hours today. He wears a yellow sweater. Why? And I love those fun little points of characters. There we go. Now it gets real wacky. Ah, everything's upside down. Which, you know, a lot of times I've got to say things are cooler in person, and this is one of those times, except this looks really neat shot. It looks even neater in person, so if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend it, but I think it still looked pretty good in the footage here. Here we go. Things are about to get real cool. Ah, no, spoilers, I'm sorry. Imagination. Man, this part's dark. It's okay. It's okay. See? It's okay. Ah. So many variations of Figment. Imagination. This is what I imagine it looks like inside Maverick's head. Actually, that's the first time I've thought that. And you know what? I feel like it is fairly accurate. This is what my son Maverick's brain looks like, including this part. Dun, dun. Imagination, imagination. I love that song. I include the original version of that song in our retrospective podcast. Oh, and I wish we had spent more time here. We didn't really do a lot of pavilion scoping, and that is mostly because I had never been there, and we wanted to cram in as much as we could. So, but I don't know. And I'm not really into having to wait to do things. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to play that thing on the wall, I gotta wait for them to finish. So, these fun little things at the end of each ride, most rides, reason to go back to Epcot. You know what I mean? I mean, as if I needed a reason to go back besides my love for that park. It was also the Flower and Garden Festival at this time we were there. And there are a few things in this world I love as much as I love a good topiary. So, didn't spend a lot of time in here exploring. We will one day. But for that time in reality, it was more about topiaries, my podcast, our merch. Best way to support us. Visit Skeleton Crew. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to do it now. Messed it up. Not even going to do it. Don't even care. Anyway, thanks for being a friend. Telling a friend. Catch you later.